Sadly, there isn't a photograph of Jonathan. I would dearly love to see a picture of what he looked like. The earliest photograph that we have is the picture that you can probably see now, which is a picture of his granddaughter, his first granddaughter, Frances Elizabeth, with a number of her children gathered around her. All this was part of Jonathan's legacy. The picture you can see, the woman seated is Frances Elizabeth Skinner, as was. She married a man called Samuel Smith in Middleton, in the heart of the cotton industry. So all of the people you can see in this picture at some point in their lives would have worked in a cotton mill, including my father, the little boy top left with the blonde hair, is Samuel Smith, born in 1911. The photograph itself was taken in 1915. Elizabeth's husband had gone off to join the Liverpool Regiment in the First World War, and he was a training up near Lancaster when he naughtily decided to absent himself without leave and to visit home back in Middleton. He visited Frances Elizabeth, and the result was the fact that in this picture Frances Elizabeth is pregnant. So the unseen baby on the way at that particular point is their next to last daughter, Emily, who was born in the January 1916. So yes, all of these people, little Sam, born in 1911. The oldest daughter you can see standing at the back there is Alice Hannah. And then alongside Frances Elizabeth, on the right, the little girl Venus and my Uncle Jack. On the front row there you can see is Frederick, my Uncle Fred, Auntie Annie. The baby on the knee is Ruth. And then we've got another young lady who isn't a part of the family. She just lived next door and thought she'd like to have a photograph taken. So she's a kind of cuckoo in the nest on the day. And then there was Emily, who was on the way. And a couple of years later, just after the war finished, Samuel came home and they had one final child, who was Frances. From them came numerous children, all cousins of mine, and they in turn have produced many more children and grandchildren. And so today, how many of us there are that were all part of Jonathan's legacy, it's hard to say. But we're thankful to Jonathan for being, in part, the reason why we're here today.